There's actually a figure sitting on the end part of the kite. So he's not actually standing up holding the kite, he's sitting on the kite. And it just for me felt like, yes, I can get out of here, you know, I can be free, I can do whatever I want to do. And that's maybe 3 years ago since I made that image. And a few days ago I actually had the experience of actually flying a kite, although not sitting on the kite, but standing and flying it. And it was just great, it was a dream come true.
And waving a fist towards the sun, won't get back the time that you've lost along the way. But that's okay.
I met Corina, she could hardly walk to her own front door, and recently we went down to Ardmore together, and I know it's had an amazing influence on her growth and her healing. But to see her walking down the path to St. Declan's Well was really an amazing thing.
I brought Mimi to life about 2 summers ago. She's a stuffed penguin about the size of my hand. I wanted to travel around, and the only way I could do that, I thought, was by sending a doll or anything. It ended up being the penguin with a throwaway camera and a diary, and I put her in a post in a package, send her off to friends, and they would keep a diary of what we have done. You know, it's like the penguin is there, but it's actually me. Mimi stands for M-E, as in the illness M-E, and me as in the person me. The friends would write a diary of what we have done, and they take photographs of our adventures. So she went on holidays to Morocco, she's been to Holland to visit my friends and family. She did a sponsored walk for self-help in Eritrea. She's been to Canada, America. It's been absolutely all over the place. Snoochie, coochie, sloppy, snuggly, slurpy, slippery noises that come from behind me would suggest that a great time was had by all. All the while I had my back turned to it. Sometimes it's hard being a penguin. I hope one day that I'll actually retrace her tracks, you know. That I can go to all these places that she's been going to. Until about maybe 8-9 months ago, I hadn't shown any of my work to anybody, or very, very few pieces to very few people. It was a process for me of becoming, I don't know, sharing my very personal thoughts, I suppose, about the illness. You know, I had created all these works for myself. I hadn't created them for anybody else.
First thing as you enter the gallery itself is the doll, which is representative of her past work and the work that she used to do with fantasy folk. And then it's numbered, and the first pieces you see there are the sketches of the eggs, of how she was feeling, hatching, trying to break out. And then it moves into a series of decoupaged pieces, and they move on nicely to the egg developing, and then you will see the birds starting to emerge. There's a wonderful little 3D piece in there as well, with a bird which she encourages people to blow at, so you can actually see the movement within this box. I would be very interested to see the views of children on this, because we'll have quite a number of school tours coming through, and children are wonderful because their perspective is obviously very raw and very naive and very true.
I just wish her absolutely all the best. It is really brilliant. Every single one of them tells a different story, but like all art exhibitions, I have to come back here on my own. I can't deal with all this buzz and hype and stuff. But I'll be back during the week to have a real good look at it. It's brilliant.
And I particularly love this one. I don't know, it's very magical. It has the night sky, it has lots of promise in the night sky, and all these golden things tumbling down. I would love to be perched up there on kind of a cliff there looking at this wonderful vista.
And I suppose the icing on the cake is that we've decided for Waterford County Council's Civic Collection to actually buy Flying High by Corina.
You can't help but express what you're going through at any time, and obviously the work carries that right the way through.
And hopefully the end of it, I'll be completely fit to fly on my own and go whatever I want to go and have the freedom of life again?
I think her future looks very, very bright, I have to say, because it can only be brighter. It can't be darker. Because I think she has been through the darkest illness that probably a body could come through. And she's just come through it supremely. Absolutely supremely. So I think she's got an incredibly bright future. I hope she brings us all along in that brightness.